Yes, Mrs. Bell is not here right now, but she should be arriving shortly. Mrs. Hancock?
Here.
Mr. Lackner?
Here.
Mrs. McCabe?
Here.
Dr. Rich?
Here.
Mrs. Fairgrave?
Here.
During the public comment period, members of the public body who wish to speak are asked to first state their name and community in which they reside. Each individual will have up to 3 minutes to address the board on a topic of their choosing. We ask all individuals who address the board to do so with respect and civility towards others. Please note that personnel matters are sensitive and confidential. We also want to inform our speakers that all regular, special, and committee meetings are live streamed and available for viewing at any time on the district's YouTube channel. Personal information should be considered before making a statement that will be recorded and made public. While the board will not respond to today's public comment during this meeting, we are committed to listening to you to help support our work for the district and on behalf of our students, staff, families, and community members. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. McCabe. And I would like to ask forward first Maya Townsend.
There you go. Hi, I'm Maya Townsend, and I'm here for a follow-up of an email that I wrote earlier this summer about adaptive PE. Adaptive PE is something very special to me because I was in that class and I heard that it was going away. And it's just a magical place where everyone can have fun and feel safe and supported at the same time, with still interacting with their peers as PE leaders. And we always just had so much fun. And we even got someone who was nonverbal to talk, which was a very special place for us because of that nonverbalness. And we could feel like we could dance and have fun as well and be safe. Thank you. Also, I would like it to be reinstated for, if not this semester, next semester. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Kelly Ross.
Kind of a tough act to follow. My name is Kelly Ross. I live in St. Charles with 2 kids in the D303 schools. When my now sophomore started in D303 as a kindergartner, school started on August 19th. Why, since the 2019-2020 school year, have we moved the start date of school to before even the middle of August? Historically, the weather in August is much hotter and less hospitable, especially for our bus riders, than it is in June. The rumor I've heard is that a survey was conducted of high school parents and students, and they were the ones who indicated school should start earlier so midterms could come and be completed before winter break. There are generations of students who are now adults who managed to get through high school with midterms after winter break, and are now fully functioning and successful. If we are concerned that kids won't retain what they learned from August to December to successfully complete a midterm exam with 2 weeks off, we have bigger problems. In prior years, at least when we started this early, there was a hope with no emergency days we could be out before Memorial Day. For whatever reason, this year and last year, getting out before Memorial Day was not the case. I am asking the board to strongly consider pushing back the start date of school year to a more reasonable time in August. Even our neighbors to the south, Geneva and Batavia, don't start until next week. I would encourage the district to conduct a survey to see how the entire district feels and let the people's voices be heard. I have not spoken to a single parent or teacher who thinks starting this early makes any sense. Let's just not keep doing what we've been doing. Bring common sense back to the start of the school year. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, that will conclude citizen comments. Dr. Gordon, can you give an update?
Yeah, Mrs. Spear-Grieve, thank you. I want to kick off by sharing my sincere and our sincere gratitude for our incredible facilities operation IT team who oversees 2.1 million square feet of school classrooms, hallways, and offices that are cleaned, supported. We had millions of dollars of construction that occurred throughout our district, and our teams met that challenge and far exceeded all expectations for ensuring that our staff who came in today and for our students who will be joining us on Wednesday, most of them will be joining us on Wednesday. They just did an outstanding job of ensuring that our buildings, our facilities were ready for our staff and our students. That included upgrades to our air conditioning, our door access controls at the elementary level, IT department getting all of the technology ready to go for our students and staff. That is a huge refresh over the summer. HR and our principals and others working to fill all the vacancies. We're really pleased with where we're at with our vacancies. Our mechanics working on the vehicles, ensuring that we're ready to go on our buses. So just great gratitude for our operations, our maintenance, our buildings, our grounds, and our IT and others who really allowed us to open our buildings with clean and even better facilities. We're also, today, we welcome back our educators and many of our support staff. We're back, baby. We are up and running and we are going. Summer is over. The good times are about ready to begin now. We're so excited for the start of our school year and the work of our educators and all of the individuals who put so much time, and many of them over here, putting all the aspects in place for us to start the year strong. Again, on Wednesday, we're welcoming back our K through 12 plus our transition students. Next Monday, our littles, our 3 and 4-year-olds, kick off at the EC program. The Fireflies, the newly anointed nickname of the Fireflies over there at the EC. It's a super cute little logo. So we have that going on as well. On Wednesday, many of us will be at Davis Elementary, welcoming back students. That will be kind of our larger welcome and kickoff to the morning, but I know board members are going to be at different schools and different locations and visiting our schools to help welcome back our students and staff, and we're so excited about that as well. So a lot of amazing things that are occurring in our district are about ready to be kicked off. The board asked for an update on our CLEAR process for ensuring that each of our families are registered within D303. So the process identified 493 households that it indicated there was something with their registration information that may need to be looked at. We worked through those. We have an incredible team. Heather and Beth at the district office really led this and worked on this relentlessly. We had the vast majority of people reach out, correct the information. A lot of times it was, the address was 39W, whatever, but in our system, it was 39N in our system. So there was a lot of good data cleanup that the team worked through. And then there were roughly around 90 households that we had other questions for, and really working with those individuals to ensure that we have the right documentation, right information to ensure that they are actually within D303 boundary. As of today, 41 students unenrolled in District 303 as a result of our communication. We've, again, a huge gratitude to our team at the district office who really led all of this work, as we were not wanting to put any of this on our schools at the beginning of the year, but it was an important process that we worked through each day. So we continue to work with families, making sure they're in D303 and supporting those who reside in different districts and supporting them as they move into their registered district. I don't know if you've heard, we have a new cell phone procedure. I don't know if you've heard, but that kicks off on Wednesday as well across our district. Elementary, middle, and high school, all with slight variations. Elementary, you may bring them, but they must be off and stored away in backpacks. Middle school may bring them off, stored in their lockers, and not to be accessible throughout the day. High school may bring them, may use them during passing periods, but not during instructional periods. Putting the phone in the caddy in every classroom. We're really pleased with the communication. Mike Vaughn's team has just done an exceptional job of putting out a significant amount of communication on this change. Today alone, I was on WGN radio doing a quick 6-7 minute interview. Tomorrow I'll be on WLMS or something along those lines. So we've definitely had some nice coverage. Mike and his team, we had a very nice article. We were a part of a very nice article in the Daily Herald that went out yesterday with Mr. Jim Richter being the cover page of that article, with him standing in front of our caddies. But we had a lot of good, positive publicity around the work that we're doing. Other districts continue to reach out, seeking what we've done and how we're doing it. With one of those pieces of information that's on our website around our cell phones. We have roughly 40 different hyperlinks on there around different research, different resources. So if people are looking for that, that's there. Again, we always try to reiterate our why. Why are we doing this? Because we care so much for our students and our staff. That's the why behind it. Because we're unapologetically a learning organization. We're here to learn, and we care for our students. We know the impact that social media texting it has on the learning environment for the student and for the educator themselves. As an educator, this is hard work. It makes it really hard when you have to compete with TikTok, Instagram, your parents texting you, your friends texting you, and all those other things. But at the high school level, there is some level that during the passing periods, you can make those connections. You can make sure you have the ride. You can do all of those things during the passing periods, just not during the learning environment. Mrs. Fairgrieve, back to you.
Okay. Thank you for that update. Next, we'll move to board member reports on committee meetings. So first would be learning and teaching.
We had no learning and teaching committee meeting in July. Our next meeting is scheduled for the 18th of August.
Thank you for that reminder. Business services.
We had an informative presentation on health and life safety bonds. Tons of information, rich discussion, I think good questions, great answers. You can view it, I believe, right? It is recorded and posted for people who would like more information. There were some follow-up questions that are going to be reported on in September. And we discussed the Mid-Valley budget, and that is going to be moving to consent agenda.
Okay, thank you very much. And then, do we have any update from a housing committee standpoint?
We do not. The meeting is coming up on Thursday, but it looks like it might be moved to a different date. We just don't have an update on that yet. I know for sure we're still doing the Habitat for Humanity Volunteer Day on the 13th of September, but I'm not sure yet about the August meeting.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Bell. Now, moving to consent agenda, can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda items 5A through 5M?
So moved.
Thank you, Mrs. McCabe. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Mrs. Hancock, is there any discussion or questions at this time? Okay, Ms. Marsan, please take the roll call vote.
Mrs. Hancock?
Yes.
Mr. Lackner?
Yes.
Mrs. McCabe?
Yes.
Dr. Rich?
Yes.
Mrs. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Fairgrave?
Yes, motion passes 6-0. Moving to for action, can I have a motion to approve the Mid-Valley fiscal year 2026 budget?
So moved.
Thank you, Mrs. Bell. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. McCabe. Any discussion or questions at this time? Okay, Ms. Marsan, please take the roll call vote.
Mr. Lackner?
Yes.
Mrs. McCabe?
Yes.
Dr. Rich?
Yes.
Mrs. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Hancock?
Yes.
Mrs. Fairgrave?
Yes, motion passes 6-0. Our next item relates to III conference registration. Can I have a motion to approve the III conference registration for Kate Bell?
So moved.
Thank you, Mrs. McCabe. Is there a second? Thank you. Any discussion or questions? Okay, Ms. Marsan, please take the roll call vote.
Mrs. McCabe?
Yes.
Dr. Rich?
Yes.
Mrs. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Hancock?
Yes.
Mr. Lackner?
Yes.
Mrs. Fairgrave?
Yes, motion passes 6-0. And then finally, Norris Recreation Center boiler replacement. Can I have a motion to approve the contract with Helm Mechanical for the replacement of the Norris Recreation Center pool boiler system?
So moved.
Thank you, Dr. Rich. Is there a
Second.
second? Thank you, Mr. Lackner. Any question or discussion at this time? And just as a reminder, this is an item that we had to, as a district, put the repair or replacement in place on an emergency basis. Otherwise, normally it would come to business services first, and then we would move it forward for action. So with that, Ms. Marsan, would you please take the roll call vote?
Dr. Rich?
Yes.
Mrs. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Hancock?
Yes.
Mr. Lackner?
Yes.
Mrs. McCabe?
Yes.
Mrs. Fairgrave?
Yes, motion passes 6-0. We do have 4 items for information in our packet. They're the standing items, so our D303 financial report, the Mid-Valley financial report, FOIA requests, and our preliminary district enrollment. Do any board members have new business items that they would like to put forward?
Could I just ask about adaptive PE? Can you fill us in a little more?
I'm going to reach over to a better expert than myself. Yes, please come up here. Dr. Rich, would you mind sharing your microphone with Laurel O'Brien?
No.
I understand that.
I know I don't mind.
Oh,
Really? No, I don't mind.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Happy to do it. Thank you so much.
I think that there's a misunderstanding relative to whether or not that is going away, and it is actually not going away. I'm sorry that there's a misunderstanding, and we'll try to help to clear that up. Currently, at one of our high schools, at North High School, we always, move our people around for those special services that are needed, such as adaptive PE, occupational therapy, physical therapy, for students who might have a hearing impairment and need hearing itinerant services, and so on. So every year that changes a bit. And so for this coming school year, we do not have that need at North High School for adaptive PE. However, that is always, we always say in the student services world, and especially when it comes to special education needs, but it also could be a student who has a Section 504 plan as well, in general education, that we go where the kids are. We make sure that we have people where the kids are with the particular needs. And so for now, we do not have that need at North High School. But should that change even during the school year, we would reconsider and we would put people in place. So it's not going away. We do have adaptive PE within the district for the students where the students are currently attending. Thank you.
So just to clarify further, so we don't have any need at North?
To my
For this
understanding, there is
semester.
one student who has what could be, I guess, I don't know, everything's always nuanced within the IEP team, but needs that could qualify under adaptive PE but can be met within the gen ed setting with that adaptive PE support. So we start there within that gen ed environment first so that it's a least restrictive environment.
Okay.
So
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
thank you so much.
I have an unrelated question. Thank you for that. Looking at the preliminary district enrollment, how are we doing with our class sizes at this point?
We're feeling very good. Start with at the elementary level. Mr. Buxton continuously works on that throughout the summer and into this period of time. We're feeling very good about where we're at. I think it was just recently that we added a section, but overall we feel very good about where we're at the elementary level.
Thank you. Yes, last week we did add a section of second grade at Bell Graham Elementary School. They had 5 enrollments at second grade in about a 22-hour span, which is not something we could have predicted. But across the board, we're feeling pretty good. There are certainly some grade levels that are in the 24 to 25 in some of the classrooms, but we don't have any classrooms or any grade levels in any of our schools within 4 or 5 students of the cap. So we feel really good about our class sizes in elementary.
Do we have information about middle school and high school?
Middle schools and high schools, as I'm looking at my next phone a friend over here, again, feeling very good about where we're at on the class sizes and making sure we meet those needs as well. But Dr. Christensen, would you add more context?
Absolutely. So at the middle school level, particularly, the principals are still, and their staff are still working on balancing sections. So they're looking to make sure that rosters are more balanced. There are some classes that are towards the higher end of the recommendation. And so they're looking there to see how students' schedules can be adjusted. The restriction that they have is the teaming structure, which is a fabulous structure. So that is not intended to be a negative statement about teaming. However, it does create some challenges in terms of how many sections, depending on the number of students that are within that particular team and that particular grade level. High school is doing much better than at the middle school in terms of balancing. I know that at North they're still doing some balancing, particularly looking at co-taught sections to make sure that that they're attentive to 70-30 and then also the class size. But again, there are some that are approaching that top end of the recommendation. within the contract, and so working to balance that out. Typically, that happens, and there will be some schedule adjustments, particularly at the high school, over the first 2 weeks of school, where students may make some adjustments to their schedules, and so that will continue to happen until really that time.
These are fairly normal beginning of the year situations at both middle school and high school. Is that an accurate statement?
Yes, I think more so at the high school. I think middle school, again, just given the size of the sixth grade class, that has presented some different challenges, but they're being creative in terms of looking at the explorers and the scheduling, as well as how they're scheduling. And those are ongoing conversations, not only about this year, but as we move into next year with scheduling, what are some things that we might consider doing differently to continue to grow with that. But again, as you look at the enrollment report, you'll notice that this year's fifth grade class is about 50-ish, smaller than this year's sixth grade class, and the fourth grade class district-wide is about 100 less than the current sixth grade class. So this is that bubble, and so that is something that we're navigating through.
At the Learning and Teaching Committee meeting coming up, do we have already an agenda item where we can review the enrollment?
We can add that to
Like
it.
we
Yep.
do after school starts? Okay.
And if this is all public, so people can see the district enrollment, and if you see that we have 1,025 seniors to our 655 kindergartners, and we know that they grow throughout, maybe compare where we are to what we were, the data that we got from our consultants, and have we maintained to stay at that level? Because I think they were pretty accurate when we were doing the redistricting.
Even when Mr. Attaway came to the, I believe, business, it would make sense, it was a business services meeting. I think we were 1%, 1 to 2% across the entire district up. So feeling very confident about the RSP numbers and where we're at, but we can absolutely bring those for the board to see.
Thank you, Dr. Christensen. Any other items? Okay. Do we have any citizen comments? We do not at this time. Can I have a motion to adjourn the August 11th, 2025 school board meeting?
So moved.
Thank you, Mrs. Hancock. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Lackner. Ms. Marsan, please take the roll call vote.
Mrs. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Hancock?
Yes.
Mr. Lackner?
Yes.
Mrs. McCabe?
Yes?
Dr. Rich?
Yes.
Mrs. Fairgrave?
Yes, motion passes 6-0. The meeting is adjourned at 6:28 p.m.
Oh, everybody,